Yeah, man. We're back at it again. Stronger than ever. I had to take like a young reset. Today I wanna talk about surrounding yourself with godly energy. You know, today I went to church. First time in a long time, by the way. I haven't been to church in like I don't know, but it's been too long. I'm sure like it's been over a month. Yeah, probably. I think the last time I went to church was like um May. May, yeah, I think May or April. But yeah, it's been long. And going to church is always amazing for me because you feel the energy. The energy is amazing. The people are kind and the energy is up. Everything is just up. You're at church, everything is just nice and it's beautiful energy, beautiful people. You know, so I just want to talk about like surrounding yourself with godly energy. You know, you are. One a person once told me that you are the people you surround yourself with, and for a long time I didn't believe that because I didn't believe that. I thought that it doesn't matter who I surround myself with as long as I know who I am and whatnot. But it's true. You are who you surround yourself with, and as a person, you're supposed to surround yourself with positive energy. People that I don't know, people that what's the word? Compliment you. People that compliment you. As a person, you're supposed to surround yourself with people that compliment you, people with good energy and stuff. And it's the same as with, on a Christian journey. As a Christian person, you must surround yourself with Christian people, people that are going in the path and the journey that you are going in. You don't want to surround yourself with people that are going in the opposite direction. Or now you're going straight, these people are going back. Or you're going left, these people are going right. So as a person, you must surround yourself with, positive energy. As a person, you must surround yourself with godly energy, because you can't say that you're a godly person but the places and the people you surround yourself with don't align with what you say. As a godly person, they must tell from your friends, the friends you choose, the way they speak, the way they present themselves. They must see that, okay, this person is Liseti's friend, because you can see that the way he presents himself, the way he speaks, the way he refers to other people, his kindness. You must see that, okay, this is Liseti's friend. It mustn't be the opposite, that okay, how they mustn't ask themselves like, how are you friends with this person, because this person is like the opposite of you. This person is mean to people, this person does not respect, this person does 1 2 3, and you're the complete opposite. I feel like as a friend, if you're like a positive person and a good person, and people look at you and see positive energy in a good person, and your friend is the opposite, you should blame yourself. You must look at yourself within, be like, I'm not changed. Whatever my influence is, it's not changing the next person. So how can I also try to influence this person positively? So as people, man, it's your company. You must watch your company very closely, because it matters. Birds of a feather flock together, and it's about which kind of bird you fall under. Which kind of person are you? Which kind of person do you want to surround yourself with? Which kind of people are good in your life? And it's good that you surround yourself with Christians, not necessarily Christians, but like people that are seeking that journey, people that seek God, people that believe in God. As a Christian or as a believer, the more you surround yourself with people like that, the more you learn, the more you grow. Because I realized something. I have this friend. He's one of my best friends, and I could say he inspires me a lot, because he was on this journey way before I even started on it. Like way before, this guy has been on it, and he's growing stronger, and I'm proud of him for that. And Every time I barely hung out with him for a long time, like we grew distance for quite some time. Then, but every time I hung out with that guy, every time I belong with him, every time I chill with him, like I could feel it. I could feel myself being inspired. I could feel the Holy Spirit awakening in me. I could feel that this guy, no man, this guy, he has something, something strong in him. God's presence is very strong in this guy, and it's one of the things that inspired me to be here, to be where I am today, to do what I'm doing today, to go to church, to try and be this better place, this better person that I'm becoming. He inspired me. And even times where I feel like hey, God, I would feel like God is not really working in my life, God is not moving in my life, I don't feel God's presence in my life. This guy will be there and be like, yo man, don't give up, because God is here, man. God is always here. God is around you, and he always checks in. It's like, how's your relationship with God? Are you praying? Are you doing 1, 2, 3? So those kind of people are the people that you keep close in your life. Those kind of people that will build you. The kind of people that will inspire you when you're feeling lazy, or when you're feeling like, God is not working in my life. He will wake you up and be like, hey, Papa Fuga, wake up. God is here. God is around you. God is within you. God is working in your life. You may not see it now because you're blinded. You're blinded because you feel that God is not working, because it's not during your time. You need those kind of people in your lives. You need that kind of person in your life who will motivate you, the kind of person who will build you. You don't need those friends that will, take you down to that hole with them. The friends that will make you, follow that path that they're going on with them. You don't need those kind of people. If you want to go on a specific journey, go on it, and make sure that your journey inspires your friends and the people you keep around you. The people you keep around you are very important. And as because I'm growing into this, I'm starting to surround myself with positive energy, positive people, people that build me, people that motivate me, people that, get me, they get me wanting to push, they get me motivated, they make sure that I don't stop, I just keep growing stronger. Like I said, when I posted my first video, all of my friends, they send me a message. They're like, yo bro, we love what you're doing, keep going at it stronger, keep pushing, we're here for you, we're supporting you, anything you need. And I'm glad that I touched a lot of their hearts, because they spoke to me, and if I can do something like that, they've surrounded themselves with a person like me. If I can motivate them to do 1, 2, 3, and motivate them to change their path, and motivate them that they must walk on this work with me, then man, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, if anyone is gonna say 1, 2, 3. Doesn't matter who says what. But if I can touch one person's heart, change your perspective of things, get you closer to God. If I can do that for you, then it's worth it, bro. If you're watching this right now and you can say that, okay, this guy, ever since I started watching this guy, I've been, getting closer with God. It's changed my perspective of the ways of the things I used to do. And if that's doing anything for you, then bro, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you personally. I'm doing this for you, that one person, because if you can do that for you, man, and you can do that, you just continue to spread the love of God. You continue to do. Then I've done more than enough, man. The main reason I started this platform was because I wanted to talk to people, especially the youth, young people like me, y'all. I wanted to talk to y'all because I feel like in these times, we're very blinded. We're very blinded, man. It's the end times are here and we're very blinded, and it's not good, man. It's not good. And take it from a person who knows what you're going through, a person who's been there. It won't do anything for you. Trust me. Today I was at church and the pastor said, He said he used to play Monopoly. He said he loved Monopoly because in Monopoly, you getting money, you buying things and stuff, and basically Monopoly is all about getting the bag. And today he was preaching about greed and how it can overtake your life, and so he was saying he used to love playing Monopoly with his family and stuff, and all the time in Monopoly. The aim is to get rich. The aim is to get all the banks, get rich to the point where the banks owe you the money. And he said something crazy. When he said this, I was like, oh, okay, nah, that was eye opening. He said that with Monopoly, no matter how much money you can get in the game, no matter how much properties you can own, how many streets you can own, at the end of the day, you have to put the game back in the box. I'm not sure if you understand what that means, but at the end of the day, no matter how many possessions you have, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much wealth you own, no matter what, at the end of the day, you have to put the game back in the box. At the end of the day, we are gonna die. We won't live forever. We're gonna die and we're gonna go back in that box. They're gonna bury you. Your cars won't be there. Your toxic friends won't be there. The crew won't be there. The hype won't be there. The DJs won't be there. The alcohol won't be there. The weed won't be there. The drugs won't be there. Nothing will be there. It's just gonna be you in that box. You're not gonna go to the grave with your Hennessy. You're not gonna go to the grave with your Belgravia. You're not gonna go to the grave with your watch. Nothing. It's just you. At the end of the day, my friend used to say this thing, and I didn't understand it, but now I understand it. I understand what he means. At the end of the day has to end. I get it now. So what I'm saying is, focus. Don't let the people that you surround yourself with make you lose track of the person you want to become. Don't let the people that you surround with, shift you from the main goal in your life, which is to have a relationship with God. Because at the when it's all over, we have to answer to Him. Now imagine God asks you, what have you done? I've given you life. I've clothed you. I've given you a roof over your head, food on the table. I've given you an opportunity to get your education. I've given you all of these things. And what have you given me, my son? Now you're there. It's quiet now. There's no groove. Uncle Waffles is not there. I say Uncle Waffles. They're not there. The DJs are not there. The alcohol is not there. The weed is not there. It's not there. It's you. It's you having to answer to God. What have you done for me? Because I've done all these things for you. What have you done for me? No, I went to church that one Sunday. Big boss. I went to church that one Sunday. The night before that, you were at Groove. The night before that, you were busy dancing. Yeah. The night before that, you were holding a bottle. Hey. Then God asks you, what have you done for me, my son? I sacrificed my son on the cross for you. And what have you done for me? No, I prayed that one time. I opened my Bible the other week. What have you done? As people, like the pastor said, he said, we must set our minds to eternal wealth, not temporary wealth, because the wealth of this world is temporary. Same way, the same way we should set our minds on everlasting joy, peace of heart and everything. We should set our minds on that. Now, when you are out grooving, drinking alcohol and doing all these sorts of things, and swearing and everything, you're sinning, sexual sin, everything, you're happy. But it's not real. It's not real happiness. You're not really happy. You're feeling yourself because you're happy. You are happy for 5 minutes. Or that, you're happy for that. Let's say it's a 2-hour thing. You're happy for that 2 hours of your night. Then in the morning, you still have to wake up. And every day is a choice. It's never too late. It's never too late to make a decision, first of all. It's never too late. So, what I'm saying to y'all, man, as the youth, take this from a brother to y'all. Guys, wake up, man. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Tsohang, man. Like, genuinely wake up. God's joy is way more important, and it's way more everlasting and everything, more than one night at groove, one night of happiness. Eh? No, man, it's about time. And it starts with the people you surround yourself with. A true friend warns you from sin. They don't do it with you. Think about that. Thank you, though.